Good afternoon, Betsy. It is Sunday, the 21st of March, 2021. Yeah, I'm sorry about Friday. I tried to film a day in the life video and I still have a lot of footage for it, but the day just kind of went a bit wrong. And I'm sure you'll see when I put the video together, because what I'm planning on doing is just using that video for my Tuesday video instead. We really are getting to the point where there's not that much to talk about. I would love to hear a day in the life from you as well. If we can do it once a month, I think it kind of shows how we evolve in our routine, and it kind of gets to document a day that we experience for posterity. I'm already fascinated to know what it will be like to look back on some of our videos from January, and things are going to change even more before the end of the year. Or at least I really hope so. I have two things left over from the most recent videos to talk about. One is 8D music. I had a listen to it, put my headphones on and listened. There's like a bunch of musicals in the channel that you linked me some videos from. So there's like all of Beetlejuice, all of Waitress. Secondly, I found it quite difficult to listen to. I see what they've gone for, but ultimately what they've just done is panned the sound really heavily from one ear to the other ear. Panning being where you split audio between your left and right earphone or your left and right speaker. I don't want to be like too harsh, but it doesn't seem like the panning was done with a lot of thought or planning. It was just sound in left ear, sound in right ear, and it's exactly the same throughout. I assume it's trying to recreate a more surround sound experience, but it's just not doing that. So yeah, I was a little confused more than anything else. I'm not really sure what it's trying to do. I think it's very difficult to use panning effectively, personally. I find it a very ham-fisted technique for building up musical sound. I don't know. Thing number two to respond to from videos. Physics. I love physics so much. What my PhD is on is basically fluid dynamics, which is a branch of physics, but it's applied in meteorology and also requires a lot of applied maths. There are so many physics facts that I would love to tell you about, and I'm sure I will spend many videos in future talking about that. For this video, I've already rambled a lot, so I will only do my favorite go-to physics fact. Predictability and chaos is like my favorite area of physicsy, mathsy stuff. The go-to story for predictability and understanding things is that Edward Lorenz, in around 1960, was running one of the first ever numerical weather models. He printed out lines of numbers on this typewriter thing. It printed them out to like 3 decimal places or something at each. So like when you start simulation, wanted to run it again, and then you set it to cut down on time. And he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna start the time you're interested in through this and put in the numbers from like the 50th row or something back into the initial simulation." But then he ended up getting completely different results. And the reason was because it had rounded. The initial numbers that he put in were out by like 1 part in 10,000 or something. The end answer was completely different to what he expected. Which is kind of the key cornerstone of chaos and predictability theory, is that very slight changes to initial conditions can cause massive differences later on in a complex system. But yeah, theoretically, the predictability for weather on Earth is like 2 weeks. You cannot get weather accurate predictions that much further, which is pretty mad. I have to go because I have some stuff to do, but this has been fun. Love talking about science. We'll talk about it more in future. Betsy, I will hear from you tomorrow, and I will speak to you in the past on Tuesday. Maybe kind of, it's complicated. See you soon. Bye.